The Blue Jays have made a roster move as the Blue Jays have recalled first baseman slash corner outfielder Spencer Horwitz from AAA Buffalo this afternoon. Reliever Thomas Hatch was optioned in a corresponding move with the recent play of Nate Pearson. A lot of names that you didn't think would be sent down before Nate Pearson is getting sent down due to his play. But before we get into this, if you're new to Gillis TV and like anything MLB related, NHL related, it's news, rumors, trades, injuries, whatever it is, we got it covered here on the channel for the most part. There's a lot of news. There's only one of me, but hopefully we'll bring someone on here soon. So make sure you hit that subscribe button as we're at 407 now. Thank you guys so much for your support. Now, like I said, Spencer Horwitz is coming up to the big leagues. He will be available today, but it doesn't sound like he will be in the starting lineup, which has you kind of scratching your head. Why are they bringing up another first baseman slash corner outfielder? As you can recall, 2 nights ago when it was 3-1, I believe, 3-0 against the Orioles there when the Jays won 3-1, there was a problem. Cavan Biggio got pinched hit for Espinal. No one on the field knew how to play first base, realistically. Merrifield's played it 10 times in his career or something like that, and that was probably the top end of it. So when they did this, they had to lose their DH so Vladdy could go play defensively at first base. What that does is, because you lose your DH, your pitcher now has to hit or get subbed out for a pinch hitter. I'm thinking this is kind of on the move of a guy that, in case that happens again, we got him here in case there's an injury. He could go in if Biggio's playing one of the outfielders spots. Moves like that where it's kind of protecting the corner outfielders. It's protecting the infield because Horwitz has played around the infield as well, just not as much as first in the corner outfields. And he's a pretty decent prospect. He is rated 18th in the Jays prospect pool as of right now. Could be higher. He was a 24th overall pick. So let's get into this. I'll read this, and we'll get into the numbers and why the Toronto Blue Jays called up Spencer Horwitz today and replaced him with Thomas Hatch, or replaced Thomas Hatch with Spencer. It's the first big league call-up for the 25-year-old Horwitz. He's not in tonight's lineup, but will be available off the bench against the Rangers to potentially make his MLB debut. It's the culmination of a strong 4-year run in the minors since entering pro ball with little fanfare as a 24th overall pick out of Radford in 2019. This guy's a 24th round pick. Not a lot of 24th plus round picks make it to the MLB. He has put in the work in to show the Toronto Blue Jays, hey, I'm not going to make you regret drafting me. I'm going to try and do this, and I'm going to show you that I'm here for the long haul. He handily suppressed draft expectations by ranking in pro ball. Horwitz is a career .292 hitter in the minor leagues. A huge Double-A showing in 2022 earned him a late season bump to the top minor level league, so Triple-A. He was added to Toronto's 40-man roster last winter to ensure they didn't lose him in the Rule 5 draft. Since the season got underway, Horwitz has continued to produce against Triple-A pitching. He's gotten into 57 games for the Bisons, hitting .300 over 259 trips to the plate. He has only cleared the fence twice, but he's walking at an outstanding 16.2% while keeping strikeouts to a modest 17.8% rate. So not a lot of power. And that's what the Toronto Blue Jays have kind of been promoting this year is we used to be this home run team. You remember Encarnacion, Donaldson, Batista, those guys, that team was home run after home run after home run. Then it moved to Vladdy, Teoscar, Lourdes Gurriel. It was home run, home run, home run. You could throw Simeon into that mix. You can throw Chapman last year into that mix as well. But this year they said, hey, hold your horses. We need to learn how to win games by not just hitting the home runs, which it's sort of worked out. It's still, wish Vladdy had his power back in 2021 right now. That would probably make the Jays a little bit more games won over than what they lost. But this is another guy that, small ball, he's like a Whit Merrifield type of player who he's just going to get on base. He's going to get those extra base hits. He's not going to clear the fence, but he can move runners from side to side and base to base. Sorry, side to side. I'm thinking a whole different thing. My kid was whining. But from base to base, get that runner in from second. He can do that easily. He is listed at 5'10". Horwitz doesn't have the prototypical power associated with a player who's limited to the bottom of the defensive spectrum. Evaluators have raised questions about whether he'll be an impactful enough slugger to play every day while manning first base or corner outfield position. There's little doubt about his ability to get on base, though. He'll add some left-handed balance to a club that recently lost Brandon Belt to the IL. So this is another thing where, we're sending down a pitcher, but Nate Pearson's been on a roll this year. Trevor Richards has. Even throwing Kikuchi and Barrios, they're having better years than last year already. And yes, there's the whole Manoah situation going on, but the other 4 starting pitchers have been really good. And I do like maybe the fact, maybe the 5th starter is Trevor Richards with Bowden Francis and Nate Pearson following up. That would at least give you 7 innings through those 3, depending on how they're pitching at that point. Now, like I said, Brandon Belt's on the IL. You needed that other lefty bat. He's the one that can come in, give you that lefty bat if needed, get on base. Like I said, he's not going to be the slugger that is going to mash a home run to tie the game, win the game. But he's going to move that runner over. He's going to get on base, and he's going to let the big boys do what they need to do to score him. And ultimately, over the last 14 games, our runners left in scoring position for the Toronto Blue Jays has been terrible. So maybe adding a guy like this who doesn't think, is another Whit Merrifield, Kevin Kiermaier, who doesn't think about the home runs, but how can I move the batter over? And Dalton Varsho has been kind of that guy too with the bunts, but those other 2 can be role models to Spencer Horwitz as well. So it's going to be great to see. As we'll just get to the stats here quickly. Like I said, he's the number 18th prospect in this year in AAA Buffalo, hitting 357 games, has 210 at-bats for 27 runs, 63 hits, 16 doubles, no triples, 2 home runs, 34 RBIs, and the greatest thing, he has 46 strikeouts. Okay, a little high for 57 games. It's not terrible, but he also has 42 walks. So that's something we got to keep an eye on. He has 3 stolen bases. So what the Toronto Blue Jays identity is going right now, Spencer Horwitz fits that to a T for the Toronto Blue Jays. So let me know in the comments what you think. I'll catch you on the next one.